Welcome to today's tutorial. We'll ingest batch data using PySpark today. So we'll be using Lakehouse where we'll be uploading from our computer the JSON file, and then we'll be using Notebook to connect with our Lakehouse, and then we'll be using the PySpark queries to create analytics and so on. So let's begin with this with Lakehouse first. Let's click on new item. We'll be searching Lakehouse here. Let's click on Lakehouse. Let's give a name Lakehouse PySpark. I'll click on create now. Now on the files, I'll click on the three dots. I'll click on upload files. Let's browse from our local computer now, the files. Let's browse our input file, which is the streaming orders. I'll double click and click on upload. And there we go, it got uploaded. If I click on files here, now I'm able to see. Let me quickly duplicate this tab. Now let's go to our workspace, because now we'll be using notebooks. I'll click on new item. Let's click on here notebook. Let's click on notebook here. Let's give a name to our notebook. A notebook like batch ingestion. Let's click on create. And here, if we look, we have no data sources added. So our source data is present in Lakehouse, right? Streaming orders or JSON. Let's browse this. I'll click on add data items from one lake catalog. Let's select our Lakehouse, that is Lakehouse PySpark. I'll click on add. Now, if I go to Lakehouse PySpark files and click on this files folder, I'll be able to see my streaming.json. So basically there are two ways to load the JSON file into PySpark frame. So one simple way is to click on the three dots, and here we have load data, we have Spark. So it automatically creates the PySpark command required to load the JSON file into Spark data frame. Let's run it. And we have added display here, the display data frame. So basically it will show the tabular view of our JSON data. And that is the JSON file which we have ingested, right? This one, orders, streaming orders JSON. So it shows in the tabular format, the display data frame here. So basically it helped us to verify the column names and the types. If you look, right, we have timestamp here. So now let's do some transformation. I'll add this code here. Now let's calculate some columns for analysis. I'll use transformed df, and df with columns total amount. I'll run it. So basically this creates a new column, that is total amount, that is quantity multiplied by price, right? Which produces like enriched data sets for reporting. So now I'll open a new code here, and let's write to a delta table. If you look here, we don't have any tables currently, right? So let's write the data into a table now. So let's run this command here. So if you look, it will save as orders delta here. So it should pop up once the command is run. And here the format delta ensures ACID compliant storage, right? And save as table makes the data queryable in Fabric warehouse. So let's wait for a while. It should appear, and there we go. It now appears here, orders delta. Now, if we look in our Lakehouse as well, expand, we can see the orders delta is now visible. Let's say now we want to query the data. So there are a few ways. We can query using the especially Spark SQL. we can use the Spark SQL. Let's paste this, and there we go. As soon as we write Spark SQL, please make sure %L SQL is there. If you don't want to use %L SQL, you can use a new notebook to avoid this. Anyway, so we got the results. So we have validated the ingested data and transformed data using tsql now in the notebook using this select command or the select query. So basically it aggregates spending per customer and confirms the transformation worked. So now our result is analytics ready. We can download it if you want in a CSV, JSON, or XML, right? So that's what it goes for batch processing ingestion of data using PySpark. So we have followed the end-to-end architecture diagram here and followed the steps and achieved the results. So that's what it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet in our next lecture.